Um, I'm kind of lost for words. Don't know really what to say. Um, at the start of the season, um, I said that this team was stacked. Um, Only thing that could have gotten our way um, is ourselves or injury. Um, because the Baltimore Ravens have a history of being injury prone, quote unquote. Um, yeah, this this loss hurts. Just because I felt we didn't play our best football. I mean, I knew going into this game, um, we would have to play a clean game. I knew that from the jump. I knew we had to play a clean game. With the hype, the whole Swift thing, and I knew we couldn't have beat ourselves. And it, I seen a stat that said Patrick Mahomes is really good against the zone. I mean, when he comes out and goes 11 for 11, um, you have to adjust. Game was tied up 7-7. Um, Ronnie Stanley gives up a strip sack. Chiefs go down to score. Um, Offensive line felt like they were just getting punished all night, which I don't understand. We were pretty solid all year. Um, it just a lot of strange calls. I mean, I'm not one of those fans that like to blame the refs because I always feel as though um, you can't leave the game in the refs' hands. I've always said that no matter what sport you play, um, you can't leave the game in their hands. But I'll be lying if I said there wasn't a lot of questionable calls that should have went our way but didn't. The pick play on Kyle Hamilton, the hold on Isaiah Likely in the end zone, two PIs on Odell. Um, but I also think Lamar was pretty much running for his life. I mean, in my opinion, a lot of the receivers weren't getting open. Um, the Chiefs is a really stingy defense. They have two good cornerbacks, um, and they really don't give up a lot of big plays. But our receivers just was locked up. It seemed like the whole night. Zay Flowers, we're going to get to him in a little bit, but offensive line didn't play great. Defense didn't play great. Patrick Mahomes had all day. I mean, what happened to the pass rush? We had Oweh, we have Clowney, but Matabuke took the game over second half, but um, it just felt it just felt like the energy left the city tonight, and I think we'll be back. What sucks is we have a lot of free agents, up and coming free agents. We're not going to be able to pay everybody. So this is the year to get it done because a lot of our players and a lot of our coaches, a lot of teams are going to throw the keys to their franchises at some of our coaches, and some of the teams are going to throw a bunch of cash at a lot of our players. Um, I mean, it does hurt. I mean, it definitely does hurt. But it seemed like we beat ourselves. I mean, Zay Flowers played good. In situations like that, you can't give up a penalty for taunting. Like, bro, just get the ball, do your celebration. Like, he literally pushed him down and stood over top of him and spent the ball. You can't do that. I mean, Zay is a rookie, so I think Zay will learn from that. But in those situations, bro, you can't let your emotions get the best of you. Then Zay gets the opportunity to redeem himself. I believe it was second down. Zay had the first down. Bro, you don't need to score there. You don't have to score there. Just get the first. Have Gus run it in. Have Lamar run it in. He dives for it. Snead punches the ball out before he broke the plane. That killed us. I mean, Lamar throwing into triple coverage killed us. He has to be smarter there. The team has to be smarter there. But I think what really killed us is we gave Patrick Mahomes too much time. I mean, it seemed like he just was back there. He could have had a picnic. He just was back there just chilling. We ran zone way too much, in my opinion. I mean, we are a zone running team, but you have to adjust. Like Patrick Mahomes, I remember saying to someone who was at my house, I remember asking, I'm like, does he have an incompletion? Like, it just felt like he just was throwing the ball. Chiefs like to run little bubble screens, little quick throws. I feel like we should have ran man. But hey, Marlon Humphrey, they said he only played 13 snaps, which is 30% of the plays. For all that, man, if you were going to not play as much, why even suit up at that point? But just be inactive. And of course, MVS iced the game. I'd have to look at the stat, but I don't think he had a catch the whole game. Like, I don't think he had a catch the whole game, now that I think about it. And he goes for, 30 yards and iced the game. This loss is, I think it kind of feels worse than 2019 because there was so much hype behind this team. And Lamar's now 2-4 in the playoffs. And I think this was the one year that we had a very, very stacked team. 2019, our team wasn't really that stacked on offense. But I do think I'm gonna make a list on the players who I think will be gone, or should be gone, in my opinion. But yeah, man, big up to the Chiefs. They did what they were supposed to do. I do think it was a little weird thing going on with the calls, but like I said, this is professional sports, and you can't leave the game in the ref's hands. But we pretty much killed ourselves. We pretty much hurt ourselves with this one. Stupid mistakes after mistakes after mistakes. It's like we forgot how to do the fundamentals of playing football. But we've been doing it all year, so it's just very ironic that the AFC Championship game, it seems like it was just a new team. Like, if you go back and watch the Ravens from probably week 6 on to now, this looked like a total different team. And we played some pretty good defenses. And we played some pretty good teams. And it's so crazy. Chiefs don't have their best lineman, offensive lineman. Their starting linebacker was out, and we still can't get the job done. They didn't score after halftime, and we still couldn't get the job done. It's kind of pathetic, and I hope Eric DeCosta and John Harbaugh, I hope they're fuming right now, because this shouldn't be tolerated at all. 1,000% this should not be tolerated. So I do think big changes will be ahead of us going forward. 3 positions off the top of my head, I think it should be a need in the offseason. Running back. I like Keaton Mitchell, but it's kind of hard for a running back to come back from those type of injuries. I believe J.K. Dobbins is probably done here. Second year tearing his ACL, he's probably done here. Gus is good, and Justice Hill, but Justice Hill is pretty good, but at what he does. But he shouldn't be our starter running back. I do think we should address running back, lineman. I'm gonna give you 4 positions. I think running back, lineman, wide receiver, corner. Wide receiver, I think, in my opinion, they should just gut the whole room. Obviously not Zay, but no more, kind of average size wide receivers. Go get somebody like a Mike Evans, someone 6'2" and above that can go up and make those contested catches. I think Likely only had 2 catches today. We should have ran the ball. The Chiefs gave up 170 yards last week to the Bills, the week prior to the Bills, and we only carried the ball 6 times. Unacceptable. Very, very unacceptable. We should have just kept committing to the run. Boom, hit them with the play action. Run, boom. You got to open the field up. To go out there and expect Lamar to just out-throw Patrick Mahomes is insane. That's never been our game. That's never been how we go. That's never been how we play. For the past 2 to 3 years, we've been the top rushing team. We've never played football like that. To go out and try to outduel somebody. Play our game. Play our game. Not feed into what they do. Play our game. And we didn't do that. So, a lot of mistakes. But hey, I mean, this is football every given Sunday. So, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, this one definitely hurts. The fans. I'm sure the players are hurt. Yeah, I think this hurts worse than 2019. But like I said, the Chiefs came and did what they were supposed to do. Even with the questionable calls, the Ravens pretty much beat themselves. The fumble, throwing into triple coverage, the strip sack. I mean, though you just can't win a game like that against that type of quarterback or that type of team. It's just not going to work. You'd have to play a damn near flawless game for, that to even happen. A lot of players this year for the Ravens didn't play damn near all season. That should be addressed. I can think of 3 off the top of my head that just, I'm like, damn, I forgot he was on this team. So when John Harbaugh, DeCosta, Bashadi, when they have their meeting this summer, I think they will address all of those concerns because there's no way this should happen at home. First AFC Championship game ever played at the bank. There's no way this should happen. It should be zero tolerance for that. No way. And then we have so many of our coordinators being requested to, be head coaches. So I do think there will be some changes from defensive side of the ball and offensive side of the ball with coaches and players. Because like I said, so many teams are going to throw money at these players who played really well this year for us. So a lot of players on this team got money and don't deserve it. That played mediocre, to say the best. But, we're off to the draft. But going forward, this channel is just going to be about Ravens news and, the real Ravens news, not, it's going to come from a real fan. It's going to come from somebody who's passionate, who pretty much, breathes Ravens. So going forward, this channel is just going to be about, the thoughts of the Ravens news. And I hope you guys follow the journey. So yeah, man, appreciate y'all. Thank you.